Hey everybody, welcome to the Blue Collar Beer Gentleman. I'm Chris. I started this channel because I'm a fan of craft beer, but I'm on a limited budget. So I wanted to show that it's possible to enjoy good quality beers without breaking the bank. Most of the beers I review on this channel usually come in around the $2 price range. I do not have a price per can price for today's selection because I picked up a six-pack. The six-pack was $9.99 for a quality local six-pack. That's not bad at all. Although I will say this much that this brewer in particular, I've never seen anything in total that was more than $2.49 a can for their beers, and usually most of them come in around $1.99, $2.29. This is the Ninth Island Mai Tai Sour from Lovelady Brewing Company. Lovelady Brewing is in fact a local brewer. They're out of Henderson, Nevada. Henderson is right next to Las Vegas. Henderson is actually coming into its own as a city, and if you are ever staying in Vegas and uh, close to the city of Henderson, I strongly recommend you take an Uber over to the Water District where you will find Lovelady Brewing. Right now, they are the only brewers there in the district, but there's another brewery soon opening, Mojave, and I'm hoping that that'll be open soon. Maybe by the time this recording is released, Mojave will be open. I'm not sure yet. I think they're planning on trying to get open before Christmas, and that would be great. But the Water District in Henderson is coming into its own. It was once thriving, and then Henderson kind of fell behind Vegas, and now Henderson is coming back, and part of the revival of Henderson is the Water Street District. So I'm all for that. Now, if you recall, if you watch this channel with any frequency, Tony and I recently did our most recent on-site brewery reviews were at Lovelady Brewing. Lovelady is family owned and operated. There in the Water Street district of Henderson. If you go into Lovelady, chances are the person who's behind the bar is going to be named Lovelady. In fact, it's especially if you go there on the weekends, it's almost a guarantee that whoever is there is going to be part of the family. And as you can see, they have earned the independent craft label on their cans, so they are in fact a craft brewery. Um, and now you will note that this says Ninth Island Night Mai Tai Sour. You may be wondering why a brewery in the desert is calling a beer Ninth Island. Well, for those of you who are unaware, Vegas has a very large Hawaiian population, so much so that many Hawaiians actually refer to Vegas as the Ninth Island. There, I believe there are eight main islands that make up the Hawaiian archipelago. I cannot name them to you, I'm sorry. But suffice to say that there are enough Hawaiians who have moved here that as I said, this Vegas is oftentimes called the Ninth Island, and that's hence where the Ninth Island comes from. The original Ninth Island sour beer from them is a pineapple sour. It is simply labeled as a sour ale, so it's not a lager. But they don't. The gang at Lovelady has not felt the need to establish what particular variety of ale it is. Some are calling it wheat, some are calling it goza. Most of the time, a German goza is a sour wheat ale anyway. I figure if they don't feel the need to make a varietal of it, why should I? As I stated, this is the Mai Tai sour. And it did start with their original sour is the pineapple sour, but the deal with their sour series, their Ninth Island series, Ninth Island Sour series, they have it is a nod to mixed drinks in beers. So as you know, you see this one is Mai Tai. They've also got a Sea Breeze. They've got a Sex on the Beach. There is a mojito. There is a pina colada. I'm sure there's some I'm forgetting, but suffice to say they make a whole variety of mixed drinks from the sour series. So anyway, that's the story with them. Since they did not establish what particular varietal it is, there are a few glasses I have on hand for when I'm not exactly certain. The catch-all glasses, as I refer to them, when it's not when the variety is not specific. Naturally, the British pint glass that I have, as well as the Porter Stout glass, both work for that purpose. They both work as pint glasses. The other one that I think works perfect is the Sam Adams Ibex glass. And if you'd like to learn more about this particular glass, I've got a video on that. One of these days, maybe somebody out there will help me with this. One of these days, I'm going to be able to actually link to said video because I did a whole glassware series. And I did an entire video just dedicated to this glass and how Jim Cook went to Ibex and spoke to the gang there about creating this glass. So, as I said, maybe very soon, hopefully, I'll be able to do the link to that because that's always pretty cool when somebody says, "And here's the link to that video." I can't do that just yet. So let's go ahead and pour this bad boy. And I have had this beer actually at the brewery twice. Each time I gave it a 4.0, and that means that it got a 4.0 without being in a can. So if this holds true, I've never had this beer in a can before that I can recall. As you can see, there is super duper carbonation in that, and you are basically seeing the color of this beer. This is one of the few times when the camera is producing the actual color of the beer. Maybe just a hair darker on camera than it really is, but lots and lots of carbonation. As you can see, there is no head on that whatsoever, but extremely effervescent. I'm going to give this a quick beard wipe. And I get the citrus more than anything and if you have one of these glasses from Sam Adams, this little nodule over here, this gang is specifically to check the bouquet of the beer. So always turn that towards you, bring it to your nose. I'm getting the citrus, I'm getting the key lime. Key lime is one of the key elements to this. And what really sets this one apart naturally, each mixed drink has its own varietal. Mai Tais in particular use the almond liqueur, and I'm trying to remember which almond liqueur they use. I don't think it's amaretto. I could be wrong. Maybe it is amaretto. It's been a while since I was in bartending school, but the Mai Tai anyway has almond to it, and at least my opinion of the sour series that I've had, what sets the Mai Tai apart is in fact the almond. So I'm going to quit yapping my flap, and I'm going to start drinking this beer. Okay. Very strong mouthfeel. Of course, you're going to with any particularly sour beer, and this is a sour beer. There are some times that a sour beer has just the slightest tartness to it, and they're calling it a sour beer. That's not the case with this. This is a sour beer. This is not just tart; it's sour. The key lime predominates more than anything, but the beauty of it is that almond back there in the back, it sort of tempers the tartness of those lemons that make it more sour, and adds just a little bit of sweetness to it. This is a great beer. I like this beer a lot. And see, the thing is here, gang, here it is, the first review of December. Today's high is supposed to be 80. And so because of that, it makes perfect sense to drink an island fruity cocktail sort of beer in December here. We don't, we get about 6 hours of winter every year, if we're lucky. And some years we don't even get 6 hours, we get 6 minutes. So getting back to this beer, no real alcohol burn. It has only a 5.3 ABV, and what are the IBUs? 7. Wow, only 7 IBUs. I'm going to have to do some research about that. A lot of people out there is a movement that says that IBUs basically make no sense, that you have to, there's too many mitigating factors, and that IBU counts can never be true or pure or real or whatever. I don't know. I don't know. Um, I am going to be, I promise you, I am going to be doing some research on that. And maybe sometime soon we'll have a video where I'm discussing that. But anyway, as I say, I don't have a price per can for you. I apologize for that. I just picked up a 6-pack of this when I saw it was only $9.99. But I do believe, as I've said before, I don't think I've ever seen a Lovelady beer that was more than $2.49 per can at uh, at at total. That's another reason why I'm so fond of Lovelady beers, is that they're good quality beers and they're not overpriced. So guys, if you like this video, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, drink good beer and don't break the bank doing it. Cheers.